Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it! It is a glorious day, and we're hoping to fly the W here today, and in a way that makes sense. World Class is live, and you're not. And World Class has the eyeballs on him, and they're coming to see World Class. They're coming to hear World Class. They're coming to sit down, and they're coming to listen, and it's going to be fantastic. That I could tell you. Battlefield 6, you don't want to talk about it, but it's coming in less than 48 hours. Battlefield 6 is going to be available. And you guys can't handle it. We know that you can't handle it, but you'll be buying it day one. These are the same people that come in here and they play Brain Dead, right? They come into my channel, youtube.com/MichaelDoesLive. Over 107,000 subscribers. Clearly they can't be wrong. And they come in here and they put on a little gimmick. They put on their little retard hat, okay, their little special needs hat. And they come in here and they act retarded. And when a bunch of other bozos go live, we kind of monitor. And we notice familiar faces in other chats. These are people that proclaimed to be busy. These are people that proclaim to maybe have a deficiency, but all of a sudden they're normal people. They're civilized people. And they come in here and they act like buffoons. Well, here's what we're going to do. We've got a little solution. I'm getting the lasers out and you're getting banned. That's what's going to happen, bud. We're getting the lasers out and your ass going to be banned. But today it's not about you. And I know that hurts inside. It's not about you. It's about Battlefield 6. World class is a somebody. And you think we got to this level by talking about a bunch of losers on the internet? That ain't getting you nowhere. So you, yes you can continue to go down that road, but the payoff won't be big, believe me. You got to lock in. It's a bumpy road, believe me, but you got to lock in and don't let go. And that's why today we're covering Battlefield 6, and we got a big one for you here today. The game unlocks in less than 48 hours. Friday, we will have exclusive coverage of Battlefield 6. And I know you're going to have excuses, and I don't care. We will be playing the campaign. We will be checking out the multiplayer if it works. If any of it works. That's assuming it works. Servers are more than likely going to be overloaded on Friday. And yet you guys want to play Delusion and act like that they're going to be working perfectly. That's not how things work. So the servers will definitely have more than likely issues on Friday as they're going to be overloaded and swamped with hundreds of thousands of players. And that's something you're going to have to prepare for. So if you took off work, not that you have a job in here because, of course, you can't support my broadcast, so clearly that indicates that you have very low income. And that means you need to get a job because in order to afford the Grand Theft Auto 6 experience, you need a PlayStation 5 Pro. That's $750. So it is time to get a job because we're 8 months or so away until GTA 6 releases. And I'm not talking about a delay. I'm talking about official word, May 26, 2026. That's what we're talking about. And you guys need to wake up is really what you need to do. Because we are covering Battlefield 6 on Friday. I don't care. And you could call me a hypocrite. You can call me this, that, and the third. You told people not to buy the game. You're going to buy the game. But what am I supposed to do? In order for World Class to facilitate this high-quality caliber content, World Class has to be playing the game. And if I'm not buying the game, then how am I supposed to play the game? You answer me that. Because there ain't a soul in here that's going to gift it to me. We can't depend on these freeloaders. You know, yesterday you guys came through with fantastic support, and now it's not nothing. Guys, the Cubs are in their last game today. We're looking for that big W today, okay? That's what we're looking for, okay? We're looking to fly the W flag. And if you guys can't lock in, I don't know what to tell you. Because tonight's matchup against the Brewers is sudden death. If the Cubs lose, it's over. And there were losers in this chat that were telling me that they said they were baseball fans, and they said, oh, it's the best of four. No, it's not the best of four. It's the best of three. Okay? So if the Cubs lose tonight, it's over. And even if they win, it's a big hill to climb. So not that you care because you don't care about anything outside of what your pants smell like, which they don't smell great, believe me. That's why you're in that basement. And it really is just a sad situation that I could tell you. Where's the support? Can you at least hit the like button? I just threw up a poll before the broadcast began, and we're going to take a look at that here soon. We got 2 new things to discuss here today, and this is bad. This is bad news for Battlefield 6, that I can tell you. And I know you guys don't care, but come Friday, you will play Shut Up and Take My Money, Saudi Arabia. Because that's who owns EA now. So, unbelievable. You can't wait to play this woke slop. It's funny how there's no woke themes conversation surrounding Battlefield 6 when it's very clear and evident that the game has woke themes. It's riddled with woke themes. Now, I'm not saying Battlefield 2042 didn't have that problem. It certainly did. There were woke themes in Battlefield 2042, but I think the game had bigger problems, according to the normie Battlefield fans. I thought Battlefield 2042 was okay. I'm not saying it was great. There's a lot of Battlefield games that aren't great, believe me. But we did complete and play Battlefield 3 from start to finish, and I thought that experience was great. Kudos to the sound design team. I don't think they worked on Battlefield 6, but I could be wrong. But the sound design in Battlefield 3 was we were locked in. Okay, everything sounded loud, everything sounded impactful, everything sounded like it had weight to it. Okay, so and that's really the art of making a great video game because sound design doesn't degrade. Really, it doesn't. Visuals will. Visuals can always get better. Sound design, not necessarily so much. So if you have great audio in your game, for example, Grand Theft Auto 4, pop that in right now and listen to the audio. Listen to the cars, listen to everything. It has weight to the sound design. It's a game that came out 15-something years ago. Okay? Visuals have dated. Gameplay has dated a little bit, but the audio is still fantastic. And that's a testament to how you make a game that continues to have longevity, is you have to have great sound. And I'm not saying Battlefield 6 has terrible sound, but Battlefield 3 certainly sounded a lot better. The guns sounded like they were actual guns and not BB guns. And it was just really a sad situation playing the Battlefield 6 beta and listening to the sound design. It wasn't as good as Battlefield 3, and it's like, well, we're 2 generations ahead. We have more memory bandwidth. We have more space. We have everything to work with now, and the sound design is still not on par with Battlefield 3. Really just could never be me. Can you imagine? I mean, it's just unbelievable. Okay, King Jose, you're not a Cubs fan. We're going to get fake Cubs fans out here today, and we're also going to get fake Battlefield fans up out of here today, okay? These freeloaders, we're not doing it here today. Where's the support? Yesterday we had great support, and you guys are not coming through because the title didn't float your boat. Well, here's what we're going to ask. Get the troops and start sharing the link on Reddit, Twitter, 4channel, GameFAQs, Steam forums, wherever you can think of. Let's get the conversation afloat. I want the Battlefield fans in here because they love to come in here after the fact. And guess what happens when they come in here after the fact, after the conversation has concluded for this broadcast here today? They get timed out or they get banned. That's what happens. Because you're not adding or contributing to the conversation in a way that makes sense outside of saying Michael looks ugly. Okay? That's not a conversation. That's spam, and you're getting banned. Okay? That's how that's going to work. Now, if you came out of the woodwork and you said Michael's hot, well, that's a different story. We can maybe leave some room for that. But when you guys want to have discussions about the world of video games, and more specifically Battlefield 6, which is what we're locked into here, we're more than welcome to open the curtain and pull it back and show you that I'm right and you're wrong. And that's okay. It's okay to be wrong. And, you guys are so excited for this game, but you're in the closet right now and you're acting like it's terrible. You're acting like it's trash. And believe me, you're going to be bored of this game by the end of October, okay? When the end of October rolls around, you're not going to be playing Battlefield, okay? And the conversation surrounding Battlefield will completely turn. It's so predictable. It's so on track with the current climate of these fake gamers that infest these little pockets of game discussion. It's a sad situation. So they will be turning on Battlefield 6. They're not right now because they're in the honeymoon phase. But after a few weeks, they realize they get bored of the maps. They get used to the maps. They start complaining about the game balance. They start hollering at EA to fix this, fix that. That's what's going to happen. So by the end of October, everyone's going to hate this game. The same shills that are in here right now are going to sit there and say, well, the game needs work. And that's you saying that the game sucks. So you're going to be jumping ship just like you always do to Call of Duty. Okay? Call of Duty has figured this one out. They have outsmarted. They played 5D chess, and they're launching the game November 14th, November 15th. Plenty of time for you to get bored with Battlefield 6. Whoever made that decision at Activision, Pay them more because that's a great move, okay? Usually Call of Duty's out before then. I think last year it was out a little bit earlier than that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's a great move to go after Battlefield 6 because once people get bored of Battlefield 6, they then will be coming over to your game, which is on Game Pass, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You guys want to complain about the beta right now? You guys want to complain about how the game is going to flop? I have data that proves that you're wrong. So, and I know you're not ready for that, but I don't care. It will be shown here on the screen. And you guys are going to have to cope and seethe. Your battlefield is not as big as you think it is, and it's time to wake up and smell some coffee because you're still asleep if you're living in that dreamland. And I wouldn't advise sleeping because Freddy Krueger might pop up. So here we go, folks. We got 165 votes. I am ending the poll, and you guys are not listening here today. We cannot be doing this bizarre support system where it's like 1 minute we're back on track, everything seems great, and then the next minute we're coming through with only 99 cents. Either support the show or don't. Quit picking the back and forth bullshit. It's ridiculous. So nonetheless, are you playing Battlefield 6? And the answer is, oh, God, you're doing that 50-50 shit. See, we're going to start banning these losers in here because, quite frankly, you guys are idiots. Okay, I'm not even reading the results of the poll because it's almost 50-50, okay? We're not doing it. You guys are the fakest of gamers. You need to crawl back to your little gossip forums and get the fuck up out of here because you ain't welcome. And as soon as you're outed, you will be banned. It's as simple as that. So don't talk shit elsewhere because if someone lets World Class know, and they will, believe me, your ass will be banned. We'll quietly ban you over here. So don't come crying and saying, oh, Michael banned me. I didn't do anything. No, you did do something. That's what you did. And you know what you did. So we got 60 likes. We need to get this up to 100 likes. Where is the support here today? David, can you step up to the plate and donate $5? Because I recall back in 2021, 2022, whatever fucking year, you guys had no problem supporting the broadcast. Now that it's not cool to support the broadcast, you don't want to come through. Well, guess what? That's why we starve you guys, and we didn't deliver the fucking Chromecast video because you guys don't deserve that, okay? You guys are the fakest of fans. You guys come in here and freeload as you sit and in your basement, surrounded by Cheetos, and you got poopy pants on. It's just a sad situation. We're flying the W today. It's as simple as that. Okay? Cubs are going to win. Cubs are down. Cubs are going to win. It's as simple as that. And we'll be singing the song tonight. It's really that simple. The Cubs are going to win, and you need to lock in. Because you can't lock in for Battlefield 6, so then I'm going to present you that. Unbelievable. We're going to go ahead and get these people up out of here. Mike Bobo putting in great work here. He might be the only one helping out here today. I don't know what's going on. You guys are weird. You know, last minute, yesterday you guys come through, no problem. You guys come through in a way that makes sense. Fantastic stream. All of a sudden, you guys don't want to come through. There's only one guy coming through with 2 pennies. I mean, this is ridiculous. Where's the support? We got one guy coming through. You guys are trolling. We have to start banning the supporters now. Because they're playing games. And I don't like when people play games, okay? Because 1 minute you guys can come through, the next minute you guys can't come through. You could have donated $5 and said, damn, Michael, great outfit. Let's get that W today. Fly that dub. Cubs go, Cubs go. You could have said something like that, and you could have put a smile on World Class's face. But you guys don't want to do that. You're miserable sons of bitches. Oh, my God. We got Unsel's coming through with a 3-time Tony Hawk combo. He's woke, and he says game over. Well, continue playing that EA skate slop. That's a oh, now they're botting. Now they're botting the stream. Oh, man. Now they're botting the stream, so we got to put up with that for at least an hour or so. That's okay, because someone's going to start stepping up to the plate in here. They're botting the stream, guys. I don't know where the mods are at. I don't know where the members are at. I can't revolve the show around specific schedules. It just doesn't work like that. It's never worked like that. It never will work like that. The show must go on. If every viewer that we have is busy, I don't care. We'll stream to 0 viewers, and you losers will watch and freeload and watch the fucking VOD later and not even hit super thanks and say, you know what, Michael, great show. Here's $2. You guys can't be bothered to do that. It's just unbelievable. You want to sit here and consume like the pigs you are. There needs to be a brand new social media system where if you are a verified creator and you have a verified audience, whatever the hell that means, you should be paid hourly, okay? I'm dead ass, and I'm about ready to make it. We got ChatGPT. It'll design the website. We'll go from there. It's really that simple. If you have an audience, if you have people engaging with you organically, I don't care if it's 1 penny an hour. You should be paid. You should be paid. It is ridiculous. No other form of entertainment where you just sit around all day. A radio DJ, for example, doesn't go into the office and work for free. Why should I? This is way more work than being a radio DJ. And I know it is because I've been a radio DJ, and I know exactly how that works. There's very little work into that because it's all automated. You don't do anything. You adjust faders, and that's about it. I adjust faders as well, in addition to doing a hell of a lot more out here, okay? I'm in public. I'm doing the radio show. I'm doing the video show. I'm doing everything. World Class is the jack of all trades, and you losers continue to get timed out. So you can come in here with your 500 alts. It's not impressive. It's cringe. You need to get a job and get a life so you can get some new underwear so they don't smell like shit, okay? Because mama and daddy, they're not impressed. But they don't talk to you, clearly. Because if they did, then you wouldn't act like the way you do. It's just a sad situation. So when you guys want to talk about Battlefield, let me know. We can wait out here all night. The Cubs aren't starting until a little bit later on this afternoon. So, and they're going to get that W. They're going to get that W. They're not going to get knocked out. They're going to come back here. It's a Cubs game at the home game. At the home, Wrigley Field. And they're going to get that W here today. So we need our Chicago fans, and I don't know if they still watch, but we need our Chicago, because we had a few Chicago fans about 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, 2 years ago, these people, they just come and go so quick. That's a great song by the All-American Rejects. That's going to be the theme song for the show, Easy Come, Easy Go. I'm not sure really what it means, but it seems like it means what I think it means. And these people just come in. They're disposable. They just come in for 5 minutes, and then they say it's a fantastic show, and then they consistently tune in. I called David out, and he's not even in the chat anymore. He didn't have the balls to even form a coherent sentence. He's a loser, too. Just so unbelievable. I mean, they mod up. They don't mod up, but they member up, and then they think that that's all that they need to do. And it's like, well, there's plenty of other people doing a lot more than that. So you could sit in the back then. It's really that simple. You can sit in the back with all the other gifted members and cry and whine while other real genuine members are up in the front row. And they're coming through in a way that makes sense. Adam Theory got timed out here. And let's see what he had to say. A little off topic, but let's read this here. He said, "Did you see the report from Does It Play that Oblivion disk only has 19 gigabytes on it?" Another dud from Microsoft. Yeah, the Microsoft games, they don't have the full game on the disc. Indiana Jones, Oblivion. I mean, who would want to play that garbage anyway? Just buy the old game. You know what I mean? I already told you guys, I said Skyrim from 2011 has infinite content on it. Todd Howard doesn't need to deliver, and I will argue the Elder Scrolls fans because they're losers too. Imagine waiting around for Elder Scrolls 7. Is that what it is, Elder Scrolls 7? Can you, Elder Scrolls 6, whichever one it is, can you imagine waiting around for that? I mean, you guys have no life. You guys should have gotten a career by now. You know what I mean? And instead, you're just losers in the basement, waiting around for Todd Howard's last game. And, Todd Howard would want you to get a job because he got one. He got a job. He didn't become a loser like you. It's funny how you praise his work and you low-key love Todd Howard, but, you're not doing what Todd Howard would want you to do. Unreal. But the Oblivion remaster, if anyone's putting that in their Game of the Year discussion, I will be unsubscribing to them as well. That's just a terrible shame and a terrible disaster with what they've done to that game. They really just turned it into garbage from really every aspect. It was a total disaster. The Oblivion remake on that soulless Unreal Engine 5. And there's just no need to even discuss it because it's a dead game, and that just proves that I'm right. They were shilling it so hard for the first couple of weeks there. Shilling it so hard, they really were. And they just couldn't handle it. I don't care if you guys are playing Skate. You guys play terrible games. That's why they make the terrible slop. Holy shit, you guys have no taste. This is a guy that's called Akira, and I know what that is. That's an anime fucking movie. And motherfucking ass, that's all I know. And motherfucking ass, this guy's over here playing fucking Skate. Bro, drop the skateboard and let me know, did they improve the physics? If the answer is no, turn it off. Okay? If you cannot get the fundamentals right, I don't care about them selling skins for $50. I don't care. Because that's optional. Okay? Let them sell their skins. Who gives a shit? Okay? But when you cannot figure out the fundamentals of skateboard gameplay mechanics, it's over. Shut the game off. Okay? And you guys don't seem to care. So guess what? EA's not going to care. Those are the laziest devs in the industry. The laziest devs in the industry. You guys are playing such slop. A Gen Z skateboard game that has nothing to do with skate culture. Oh, here we go with this. Oh, my God. How much did EA pay you guys?
Christian
I mean, they're great people over at EA. I'm not going to say that they're not, but man, you guys got paid.
Dodgers are the greatest team in baseball. Atani is the Babe Ruth of
You're
our
not
time.
even from America.
MLB the show stream when Mackle better than most games released in 2025.
Cubs are getting the dub today. Shut your bitch ass up, okay? Cubs are getting the dub today. I don't know, fucking no Boston Brewers or some shit. Christian Romero in the building, and he's plowing through with the $5 super chat. Finally, someone stepping up to the plate. And he says the Dodgers are the greatest team in baseball. The LA Dodgers, by the way. Like, you're not a fan of them, okay? They're garbage, and the Cubs will win, okay? The Cubs are coming back, okay? They're coming back. And today, that comeback starts. So they're down 0-3 or whatever it is, 0-2, I think. They're down pretty bad. And this is the sudden death matchup here tonight, so... But they're going to fly that W, and you guys can cope and see. I got the jersey on for a reason. We're wishing the Cubs the best of luck, and we know Swanson's going to pull through. Swanson's really sexy. Okay. Christian Romero coming through with a $5 super chat. I need you guys to hit the like button. I need you guys to share the broadcast. I need you guys to get with the program in here. We're being view-botted right now, not by world class, but by a bunch of fucking mentally unwell people. Yeah, once that expires, you'll see the real viewership. And look at this right here. Someone's coming through hard and strong. We got to stand up and get the lasers out for that one. Look at this right here. Holy fucking shit. We're getting the fireworks out for this one.
Solar 34P3R.
Solo is in the building.
$20 through Super Chat. You're going to play Battlefield 6 and you're going to like it or love. Those are your only two options. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
It's over. It's over. We have to conform. No individuality is allowed on the internet. I'm not even trolling either. You can't have an opinion on the internet unless it's what everyone else thinks. It's a sad situation. And we got someone coming through hard and strong. Source Reaper is in the building. Look at this right here. Source Reaper. We're going to roll that red carpet out for you, bud. Coming through hard and strong. Current king of the jungle. Coming through in a way that makes sense with a hard and strong $20 super chat. You love to see it. We're flying that W here today. As Soul Reaper is in the building, and he's reaping. And he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Hard and strong support with a $20 super chat. You love to see it. We got you the lasers here and the fireworks, as well as Soul Reaper is in the building. The lasers are having a little bit of an issue here, but that's okay. They look fantastic as always. Soul Reaper coming through hard and strong and in a way that makes sense. Take a look at this. Swanson, he going to get that dub here tonight, and you guys can't handle it. This could never be me. Yeah, Soul Reaper in the building, and he's plowing through hard and strong and in a way that makes sense. Really waking you guys up in here. Yeah, we had great support yesterday. Everyone consistently came through, and now they're bored of Michael talking about Battlefield 6. Mind you, the game's not even out yet. You guys are pathetic losers. This is why we're not streaming Grand Theft Auto 6 over here, because you guys will get bored of that before the game even comes out. We have a big plan for Grand Theft Auto 6. That I can tell you. We have a big plan for Grand Theft Auto 6. We got a big plan for Halloween the video game as well, if that ever sees the light of day. We got Soul Reaper in the building, plowing through hard and strong. And in a way that makes sense. You love to see it. So we got two things here to discuss. We're waiting for you guys to settle in and find your seats before we pull the curtain back here today, because it's going to sting. So I want the Battlefield 6 fans in here, okay? I made videos on Battlefield 2042. I made videos on Battlefield 5. And I know I for sure made videos on Battlefield 1. And we told you that the game was slop, okay? Battlefield 1 was woke. Or Battlefield 5 has Taylor Swift on the cover, okay? World War II, by the way. Okay? World War II, by the way. And Taylor Swift's on the cover. But it's not woke, by the way. Okay. Unbelievable. I mean, it really is unbelievable. All they had to do was remix Battlefield 2042 with a new coat of paint, okay? Add in this flashy destruction. Look at that right there. It's as flashy as that. They added in this all-new destruction that's worse than Battlefield Bad Company 2. You guys have played the beta. It is fake as hell. We've seen better destruction in PS2 games. And I don't care. That's inexcusable. Okay, I don't care if this game is always online and there's massive, amounts of players and there's way more going on. That's okay. No, okay. We're not going down the excuse city route. Red Faction on the PlayStation 2 has better destruction than Battlefield 6. That's the reality of the situation. But you guys don't want to have that discussion, and it just never could be me, but it certainly could be you. So here's what we're going to do. I need the Battlefield 6 fans in here. When you can get the Battlefield 6, go get those Tim Tatman Battlefield 6 fanboys in here because they love that game. Tim the Tatman, he multi-millionaire. He's in that trailer. Then there's some other hobo in the trailer. Can you imagine, that's your trailer? Instead of showing off the campaign, right? Because, where's the campaign trailer at? Nowhere to be found. Oh, and wait till we show you what we've looked at here today. Oh, man. It's just unbelievable. Instead of showing off the campaign, they want to show off all these streamers that just have that shocked face and say, holy shit, this is so amazing. Unbelievable. That's not how you sell a game. Rockstar, they're not showing you streamer reactions to sell you the game because they know the fucking game is going to sell itself. And I understand it's two totally different ball games, but you also have to understand that Battlefield has been around for quite some time. It is not a new IP. And, the fact that they're putting out this launch hype trailer and saying, give me something to break, and then fucking Tim the Tatman says, holy shit, as this fake destruction plays out, it's what do we have here? We have a sizzle game that is going to not last long, okay? The only reason why the beta was great was because it lasted 2 or 3 days, It lasted 2 or 3 days. And if Mike Bobo's in here, he can attest to this. On week 2, they were already complaining. I'm not even trolling. You can go back and look. They were already complaining on week 2. So week 1 comes out, Battlefield 6, all brand new. Servers are down, over 150-something thousand players on Steam or whatever the hell the count was. Probably higher. And they said, holy shit, it's amazing. Battlefield is so back. Battlefield is amazing. Week 2, 1 week later, Battlefield 6 beta round 2. Oh, and all of a sudden the game sucks. I'm serious. If you don't remember that, it's because you don't want to remember it, and you're wrong. They already turned on Battlefield 6 1 week later. Can you imagine now that the game is out and you can play it whenever you want in less than 48 hours, what's going to happen? They are going to quickly change their mind. They're going to quickly change their tune on Battlefield 6. And you losers don't care. So go to the buffet and do what you do best, and that's inhale the slop. That's what you guys love doing, and that's the only thing you know to do. You don't know how to pick up the controller and play the game. You don't know how to have an honest discussion about the game. It's a sad situation. You guys want to sit there and play Skate 4. You guys want to sit there and play the garbage of games that are available, and it's just so sad. It really is so sad. So I need the Battlefield 6 fanboys to get in here right now. The chat is not moving. It's not a laugh out. Little Nightmares 3, that's going to get you a timeout unless you want to come through. This is ridiculous, okay? If you want me to play Little Nightmares, you're going to have to give me the game, okay? I can't afford to be buying all these games. You're going to have to start stepping up. Someone's going to have to start stepping up. I will put text on the screen that credits you as the executive producer because you executive produced the fucking stream, okay? If that's not enough, then no deal. That's fine. But don't start recommending games that are out of our way. We're not playing Little Nightmares 3. Now, if you want to say, hey, World Class, I'll gift you the game, you can stream it, that's a different story. We'll maybe consider it. But I'm not going out of my way to buy a $20 side-scroller for a bunch of retards, okay? We're playing Battlefield 6. We're playing the biggest games of the year, and that's what we're doing. And later on this month, we have The Outer Worlds, which is on Game Pass, and that's the Fallout New Vegas killer. Okay, so the Fallout New Vegas fans, they better be ready, because guess what? Their game is being dethroned with The Outer Worlds 2. Obsidian said that themselves. Obsidian has made a better game, objectively, at least from what they've shown, than Fallout New Vegas. Now, you could argue that you prefer still Fallout New Vegas over Outer Worlds 2, but based on the mechanics alone and what they were talking about and what they were showing, if we have that to go off of, the game is better than Fallout New Vegas. So you guys finally lost. Mind you, it's from the same team, from the same developer, but not the same team, but the same team, the same developer, rather. And it's funny how you guys recognize that and you say, well, it's the Obsidian of today is woke, Avowed was terrible and all this crap. And it's like, okay, so you do recognize that people on the team are actually important factors on how this machine really works, right? So you understand that, but you choose to ignore it when it comes to Rockstar Games, because that's a lot of work for you to wrap your head around. Rockstar just came out with Red Dead 2. Yeah, they came out with Red Dead 2 over half a decade ago, okay, which is apparently receiving an update possibly later this month. But the point is that the new Rockstar is different than the Rockstar that you loved. So it's time to wake up on that reality as well, because you understood it when it came to Obsidian, and you understand that obviously the people that worked on Fallout New Vegas, most of them are probably no longer working at Obsidian. I mean, that's been so many years, 15, 16 years ago. So you get that, you understand that, you can process that in that peanut-sized brain, but you can't understand the fact that Rockstar's different, or you don't want to see it because you're stubborn, and you sit there and you say, I don't care if Skate is free. Free doesn't necessarily mean worthwhile. You idiot. Holy shit, you guys are dumb. Well, the game is free, so I'm going to put time into it. Yeah, well, if the game's good, that's one thing. If the free-to-play game is good, that's one thing. But if the free-to-play game sucks, that doesn't necessarily mean it's worthwhile, and clearly it's not. But if you want to go play that Gen Z social basically all it is an over-glorified PlayStation home. That's all the new Skate is. It's an over-glorified PlayStation home where a bunch of incels come together. And, they're so bored in real life, they can't skateboard. They would never step outside and get their fucking boot on, on the skateboard. They don't even know what grip tape is. It's just really, honestly, it's a sad situation. They see other people online playing it. It's so cool. And then they get in there, and it's just this little hangout game with a little bit of skateboarding mechanics thrown in. That's all it is. It's a trash game. It's a trash game. I played it. It's a snooze fest. When I saw the skateboarding physics were worse than the Xbox 360 game, mind you, we're 2 generations ahead from Xbox 360, that's totally inexcusable. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if it's not finished. These developers are woke. They don't know how to program worth of shit. They probably just came out of fucking school, and, this is their first job. I don't know, bro. You cannot have the PlayStation 3 Skate, the Xbox 360 Skate, having better skateboarding mechanics than your brand new free-to-play game. You should have at least had time to figure that out. They had years to put this thing together. And all it is a meme game. That's all Skate is. It's a meme game. They put that Eddie Vedder song in the background. He will rest his head on a pillow made of concrete again. Oh, free now, resident. Okay, so that's all it is. It's a meme game. Might as well be AI slop at this point. Holy shit. Because the manual labor ain't cutting it. Like, do you realize that humans used to do a lot of jobs that got replaced by robots back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s? That's what's going to happen with the manual labor, especially in the entertainment industry. It's getting replaced. And the boomers will sit there and say that, oh, that's not art. It doesn't matter what you think. The horse got replaced with the car. You're wrong. Conform and adapt or be left behind. It's as simple as that. Sick and tired of it. Are you riding around a horse? No, you're not. Now, why is that? Because I'm sure you had the same opinion back in 1912. If we had this conversation in 1912, you motherfuckers would be like, oh, yeah, fuck the Ford Model T. That shit fucking gonna, what is that machinery? I love my horse and buggy. And it's like, okay, well, you could stick with your horse and buggy, but it's going to be obsolete soon. Unreal. Just a sad situation, really is. Can you imagine coming in here and shilling skate? Like, are you really going to shill a skateboarding game where when you drop the skateboard, the shit doesn't even move? Like, no, we're turning it off. No one has made a video about that. I've seen one video where someone compared the new skate, and they said you can hang on to the cars in Skate 3. They showed that in Skate 3 or even in Skate whatever. You could hang on to the cars. Can't do that in the new one. But it's free, by the way, so it doesn't matter. And it's like, well, if your standards are that low, then I guess I don't know what to tell you. I understand it's free, and I will cut it a little slack, but it doesn't mean the game is worthwhile or good. There's tons of free games that fizzle out because they're not great. And that's certainly going to be one of them. I would have rather paid for a $60 game that was actually worthwhile and said, okay, yeah, skate is back and we've improved upon what you loved. And it's not really hard. They need to hire world class to be in charge of the marketing at the very least. I can be the game director and the marketer. And what we're going to say is we've listened to your feedback. We've listened to the community because you have to pander. And you have to say, we're making this the best experience possible. Okay? That's what you have to do, and they didn't do that. That's what they did for FIFA. The new FIFA came out, and they said they listened to your feedback. They took the complaints. They put them on the screen. They said, we've took those into consideration, and here's the brand new FIFA experience. Unbelievable. Where are the moderators today? Is my big question, because I'm scrolling and it's nothing but gray usernames. There's one moderator in here and he's shilling EA Skate. This is the guy that by the way, said that the Dead Rising is this the guy that said the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster was garbage and soulless, but he's shilling Skate? Oh my God. What is wrong with you guys? Like, can you pick a lane and stay in it? Like, holy shit. Like, well, 1 minute the game, this remake over here is soulless garbage, it's slop. The next minute you're over here shilling this horrible game that's basically worse than AI. It's unbelievable. I don't care if it's early access. It is worse. It doesn't matter if it's early access. These liberal leftist developers had years to work on this game. You know what they did instead? They probably went on Twitter and they said, well, you know, we're going to bitch about American politics. We're going to bitch about politics. Quit excusing low-quality effort slop. If you have fun with it, that's great. But it is inferior in a lot of ways. The only thing I can think of is that it's a better parkour game than the previous skate games, but that's not important. It's a skateboarding game. And the first skate, you can't get off your board, I believe. So it doesn't matter if the parkour is better. We're looking for a skateboarding game, not this wannabe skateboarding game, but more so a parkour game, because the parkour in the game is actually good. But that's not what it is. That's not the essence of Skate. At least not the original game. Or Skate 2. Could you imagine dishing out Skate 1 and 2 to the normies today? They wouldn't eat that up. So it actually is a smart move that they did very little work and that they sat around in the office all day for 4 years and said, hey guys, here's our early access game. It's not finished, but it's free to play. And you can also buy the Dead Space skin for $40, $30. You know, you guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. You know, and it's just trash. There's no skateboarding culture. The gameplay is terrible. The aesthetic is garbage. It's worse than what AI could do. I mean, in 2 or 3 years from now, I'm not even trolling. Literally, in 2 or 3 years from now, someone's going to make a better skateboarding game through AI. Okay, but we're not talking about skate. So yes, you are shilling because we're not talking about skate. I'm talking about Battlefield 6, and I said I'm waiting for the Battlefield fans to come in here. Now, maybe I mentioned skate, but I don't know. We talk a lot out here. Can't remember every single thing because I have to do the heavy lifting while you guys barely fucking type behind your keyboard, you fat motherfuckers. Holy shit. It's unbelievable. I got 69% battery out here, and you guys are not offering or contributing anything to the conversation. Get up off of the fake fan behavior. Go play your skate game. Sick and tired of it. You were literally saying that the old Dead Rising is better than the new Dead Rising this time around last year. And now all of a sudden we're shilling these free-to-play, unfinished slop games that just want to, want you to spend money in the microtransaction store. Jesus. Can we get a level of quality where you guys consistently don't budge? Because you guys go back and forth, you guys flip-flop so often it's not even funny. I don't flip-flop. I tell you the game is trash, people get mad, I don't care, okay? That's how they're gonna handle it because that's how we've always done it. Why would I change anything in the past 12 years? That's ridiculous. We're not pandering to these parasocials. They're not offering me anything. They're not, where's the beef jerky? Because I'm hungry. I mean, it's just a sad situation. The Cubs are winning tonight, okay? Let's focus on that big W tonight, flying the W tonight. And we're going to be dissecting Battlefield 6 here in a moment because the battery is going to be down to 0 here. Nick Hogan is plowing through. Look at this.
Lock in and support the show.
That's what I'm saying. The support today is low, and I would argue today is a better show than yesterday. Because believe me, when we pull the curtain back here today, you're going to be really mad. And that's okay, but it is what it is. Nick Hogan is plowing through it. He's coming through in a way that makes sense. Oh, my God, the lasers are going through my stomach. Dude, the lasers are going through my stomach. What the fuck? We got a little malfunction here today. Nick Hogan is in the building, and he's plowing through with a $5 super chat. Reaper just came through hard and strong. Current King of the Jungle coming through with a $20 super chat. Giving the lasers a run for their money. Yeah, we need you guys to lock in, hit the like button, share the broadcast. Okay, Akira wants to argue. Skate is free, by the way, so therefore it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. That's not how it works. That's not. So if I make my game free and it's absolute garbage, you're going to still shill it? Cool, because I'll make it free then. I'll make it free. I'm making a game. That's what we're going to do. Because I'm tired of waiting around. I mean, we could probably put out a full quality game before GTA 6 releases, especially if it gets delayed until October. The AI is going to advance so quickly. Elon Musk said there's going to be a full game out by the end of 2026. So the tools are going to be available very shortly, within a year and a half, a year. And it's going to be exciting stuff. So these developers need to really get cooking because the AI is catching up. And once the AI catches up and the tools are available to everyone, people will just make their own games and play them. And they'll stop spending money on slop. So really, honestly, it is... the old video games are kind of like dinosaurs, and how did the dinosaurs? How did the dinosaurs? How did they leave? How did they leave the Earth? It was a big asteroid, right? We don't really know. Well, nonetheless, the dinosaurs went extinct. I think there's several theories on that. We don't really know, but maybe we do. I don't know. But the dinosaurs went extinct, okay? And I think some of these studios, especially, a lot of these studios are going the way of the dinosaur because they're taking too long. And when you have tools that can just produce what you want without many limitations, you're not waiting around for losers to develop these woke games. That's just not in your best interest. So it's over. It's over. But you guys don't care. You guys want to shill slop and say that, well, my buddies are playing it. You guys want these social games. It's like, what is wrong with you people? We never played online. The only time we played online was when Xbox 360 kind of pushed it in our face and said, hey, here's a headset. And you had to pay for Xbox Live, but there was a lot of free trials back then and stuff like that. But that's when we were a little locked in. We thought, okay, it's kind of like emerging technology. They're really, there's obviously Xbox Live on Xbox One, the original Xbox, but 360 took it to a whole nother level with the headset and just the intuitiveness of it and fantastic experience. It's one of the greatest consoles of all time. It really is. And this year is the 20th anniversary. It's been 20 years, 2 decades since Xbox 360. It's just unbelievable. But that was the only time where Xbox, not only Xbox, but the online gaming was really fun and exciting back then. We played a few games on the PlayStation 2 online, and we played Tony Hawk's Underground on the PlayStation 2. That was fantastic as well. That was a really fantastic experience, and I can't imagine. I mean, can you imagine where those players are at now? They got to be about 40-something years old. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It really is a sad situation. So when you have AI that can just pop out what you want and it could do it within less than a day, it's over. I mean, it really is. The only developers that will survive are the greatest developers. The rest of the developers won't survive. No one's going to be playing these indie games because you can make your own indie game, right? Why would you want to play someone else's indie game when you can make your own? When that barrier is no longer there, you don't need to learn how to code. You don't need to know how to do C++. You put your vision into it, into the machine. Okay, it's really this simple. I don't care if you want to call it vibe coding. I really couldn't care less. Kiss my ass. Okay, you put your vision into the machine, and the machine spits out what you are looking for. It's really that simple. So when you have something like that, and the barrier is no longer there, because that was the problem. Everyone wanted to be a game developer back in the day when it was fun, cool, and exciting. You make great money if you're the best in the business. At least there's a guarantee. And when you could just insert your idea, your vision into the machine and it puts something back out that's pretty aligned with your idea and vision, you're not going to buy manually these games anymore from other people. Why would you buy anyone else's ideas when you can produce your own? I mean, really, honestly, that's what's happening. And that's what's going to be really at the forefront in the next 5 to 10, 15 years. So it's time to lock in. You guys aren't listening, but that's okay, because one day you'll see everything that I'm saying will come to fruition. And the thought of anyone actually making movies anymore and manually working on games anymore is just a thing of the past. So these studios really need to start adopting AI and embracing that technology and utilizing it in their workflows and in their pipelines, because it is a thing. Whether or not there's a lot of woke people that watch my show, a lot of woke snowflakes, a lot of closeted leftists, and they obviously voted for Kamala, but they say that they voted for Trump online. They put on a mask in this chat room. They put on a mask and they become someone that they're not, and it's just really a sad situation. But we know who you are, and they're just losers. But I will tell you that we're not going to, we're not waiting around for slop to come out every 4 or 5 years when we can make our own game. I mean, that barriers. I can already generate a 3D FPS game. We don't need textures. You know what I mean? If you can't get the basic gameplay mechanic down, we don't need the game to look great. That comes later. We put the frosting on the cake when the cake is baked properly. It's really that simple. Okay, I need you to lock in. I'm tired of waiting around. We're waiting for these bots to dissipate here. Is Akira still in here shilling his skateboarding game? Because he seems adamant that game is great, and I don't understand how you could have a take like that when you were against the Dead Rising remake and how that was soulless. And then Cropecat put out his documentary. It was just a fantastic piece of work. That guy really, I mean, Jesus Christ, one of the greatest of all time. And I'm not just saying that because Cropecat did. Work exclusively with World Class on something, but just truly the best to ever do it. And, there's a reason why people watch his stuff, because quality is always going to rise to the top. And when you take a look at that documentary, that Dead Rising, I mean, it's just a total travesty what they've done to it. And then you have people that literally watch that whole thing, or barely watch it, because they're losers. And they just go in the comments and they say stupid shit. And it's just like, I couldn't handle that. I mean, I just couldn't handle stupidity like that. Well, they'll just make excuses for the soulless version and the clearly inferior version. And it's just a sad situation. It really is. I don't know. So Akira's probably mad at me because let's see what his last comment was. He says, I'm not shilling anything. I'm just saying it's early access and free. So the game isn't finished and they aren't charging us. will be as good as 3 probably. Oh, I don't know. It's not going to be as good as 3. There's no way. There's no way it's going to be as good as free. I mean, it took them 4 years, 3 or 4 years from the initial announcement to say that, yes, we're working on Skate 4 for the actual thing to come out, and that's where they're at. So unless they can get a better team in there to actually work on things, and we need programmers in this industry. It's very clear that programming, and that's where AI comes in. I mean, if these people don't know how to program, then clearly AI's got to be a little bit better at spitting stuff out. You know, I don't know how to make a website. How long would it take world class to learn how to make a website? Probably days, if not weeks, to learn how to code. Certainly months to do it without any help. So why would I do it manually? Can you make that make sense? If I said, hey, I wanted to build a website, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to write in C++ or HTML rather. I don't know how to do that. And you know how long it's going to take to learn how to do that? That's why you go to school. That costs money. like what world are you guys living in? It doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that manually? Why would I learn how to do that? It takes weeks and months to figure that out. Sure, when you get good at it, you can get good at it, and that's cool. But those jobs are gone. So there's no money there. Well, unless you're really fucking good at it. And if you're really good at it, well, then that's a different story. But I can go to the AI right now, and I can say, hey, I need a website built. And it's going to spit something out. I'm not saying it's going to be great. But it's going to format the website with language that I don't understand or know. And it's going to do it within minutes. I don't understand. We are literally living in the future right now, and you guys are just so desensitized to the technology. Like, if you were to bring this technology to the Amish, what would their reaction be? Like, what the fuck is an LLM? What is a neural network? What is this thing talking to me? I'm serious. You guys are taking it for granted, the technology that is right in our face, because you're just around it 24/7. So I think that's what we should do. We should do a reality show. If anyone's got some big money, we can let's talk. Let's get this reality show off the ground. We're going to do a reality show where we take 5 people. I think that's a good number. We take 5, maybe 3. 5 people. I think 5 people is a better number, though. We're going to take 5 people, and we're going to cut them off of technology. And they're going to last for a set period of time. And the technology is going to rapidly progress and increase. And the big reveal is taking those 5 people that were cut off from technology years later. They come back to the technology, and they're probably blown away. Because realistically, if you were to take a break from technology today and said, if you were to revisit it in 2 or 3 years, I mean, it's going to be a lot different than it is even now. Sure, a lot will be familiar, but with the way this AI stuff is going, and I mean, hell, who knows? It's just unbelievable. It really is. I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, we didn't even have what we have now. That shit didn't exist, and if it did, it was very primitive. There was no Chat GPT in 2021. I don't remember that. If it was there, it was terrible. Nothing like it is today. So the point is that this shit is increasing very fast to the point where these manual game developers are going to be left behind, and they're going to go the way of the dinosaur if they're not Rockstar or Naughty Dog or, Epic Games, Fortnite, Call of Duty, EA. I mean, seriously. Unreal. No, Fish Tank is terrible. I don't watch that reality garbage. Those ideas have been done before. All these streamers think they're so cool and successful when they just steal fucking what was on television 15 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's not an original idea. Putting people in a house together and seeing how long they can last for money or something, that's not an original idea. That's been done on network television before 15 years ago on MTV or 2 or something. You know, the fucking Jersey Shore is the same idea. They're all in a house, frat house or something. I don't know. It's dumb. These guys have no ideas on the internet. They think they're so fucking hip and so cool, but the motherfuckers have no idea. It's like, we've already seen this. We've seen it done before. They're just stealing ideas from network television from 15, 20 years ago. It's not innovative. It's not original. Go to the AI, because that probably has a little bit more fucking ideas than what you guys got in your head. Nonetheless, we're going to Battlefield. And you're not going to like it here today. Now, we have, let's see. Where's the support? Hey, he's going to buy all these games. Okay, here we go. First of all, we need to wake you guys up. So I'm going to go ahead and suggest we need to wake you guys up. We're at 58% on battery. It's going quick. But with that said, I will tell you that we need to wake you guys up in here. Where are these members and mods? It's AAA gaming season, guys. We can't be waiting around. I mean, we just can't. We can't be waiting around. Nonetheless, you guys need a reality check, and here we go. We're so back. Peak Cinema. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Tim the Tap Man. Limp Bizkit. Yeah, so cool in 2025. Let's go. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
The vibe, the grittiness, the realism. This is Battlefield.
Yeah, we're so back. Give me some break. Come on. Yeah. If Tim the Tap Man said it was good, you know it's good. Verified by the shills. A chainsaw. In a world, Battlefield returns. Oh, man. Look at this right here. Shut up and take my money. I got goosebumps. I'm not even trolling. You think I'm trolling? I'll show you right now. It's so bad. What do you want me to say? I got goosebumps, homie. Look at this right here. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We got goosebumps. No, maybe they went away. Unbelievable. It's just a sad situation. Well, they have songs in the game, so that might increase the gameplay and the intensity of it if you hear Limp Bizkit on the radio or something in the vehicles or something. Or maybe it's in the campaign. But we have to dissect this. We can't wait around. Mike Bobo's in the building, and he's coming through here in a way that makes sense. And he says, I had to ban like 4 or 5 weirdos within the last 24 hours because they start personally attacking. They can't even discuss the game. If they want to discuss the game, we'll leave it open. But when you want to come in here and not play by the rules, we're going to get you up out of here. You know, it's a low blow. And they don't allow that in boxing. So, okay, with that said, we're going to go ahead and dissect this here today. Battlefield 6 review. Don't just don't. Yeah, and here you go. Are you guys locked in or no? It's over. It's over. It's over.
The explosions, the vibe, the grittiness.
The explosions, the vibe, the grittiness. It's a return to form, and look at what is being typed in on Google. The past 7 days here in the United States, Battlefield 6 is lower than the average. Black Ops 7 is being typed in more on Google. Look at that right there. The average read Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's over. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 wins yet again. I don't know what to tell you. You can look this up for yourself, okay? If you don't believe me because you have a hard time doing that, that's okay, because you can type it in for yourself. Battlefield 6, Black Ops 7, which is being typed in more, and according to the average here, it's Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You guys lost. It's over. And as soon as this game fizzles out, because they don't have anything else up their sleeve unless it's the Battle Royale, which we don't know when that's coming. It's over. Black Ops 7 will reign supreme. So these Battlefield 6 fanboys want to sit there and say Call of Duty's trash, Call of Duty is going to flop, Call of Duty this. It's a run-free situation because they know Battlefield 6 has no meat on the bone, and it's over. It's over. Look at the trends here. This is straight from Google. You can type it in yourself if you don't believe. I don't care. Right here in the U.S., Battlefield 6 versus Black Ops 7. More people are typing in Black Ops 7. Look at the average right down there on the left-hand corner of the screen. It is over. You guys lost. So how does it feel, fake Battlefield fans, to be a part of the Losers Club? It's over. We're so back. Tim the Tap Man is chilling this game because that's what it has to be in order to be relevant. Oh my God. You know, it's just like, what game is worse here? The game that is like using streamers as the be-all end-all. Like this is what they're saying, so therefore that's what holds true. And it's like Call of Duty is not doing that. Yeah, you could argue that Call of Duty has lost the plot. They've gotten stupid and silly with these skins. Who cares? This guy in here, Akira, and he's still in here, is literally shilling a game that's all about microtransactions and skins. But that's free to play, so it don't matter. Well, so is Call of Duty Black Ops 7 if you're a Game Pass subscriber. I don't know what to tell you guys. The fact that they're using shills that were flown out to play the game at the event to say, hey, this game is amazing, is the most disingenuous way to push the product. It really is. Call of Duty is not doing that. At least they're not doing it this year. So I don't know what you guys want, but they're showing off the game. The Call of Duty trailers, they're showing off the game, and you guys are just spamming trash, trash, trash. Well, maybe you guys need to get a job. I don't understand. It's over. This is the data. You don't have to believe, but that's the data. That's where it stands. Now, that could fluctuate, but right now as we stand, 7 days, U.S. Battlefield versus Black Ops 7, the average shows that more people are typing in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You're wrong. It's over. Give me something to break. I mean, they could really win me over if Fred Durst was an unlockable character or something like that. Then I would probably say that the game is absolutely based. But I don't think Fred Durst is in the game. See, we do need skins in Battlefield 6. I disagree. I think we need skins in Battlefield 6. I think there's a way to do skins that aren't blown out of proportion. I think you can do skins in a way that makes sense. What about weapon charms or something where you can get a little figurine of your favorite character, Naruto or some shit? You know what I mean? Someone's going to pay $5, $10, $15 for that. Get a little weapon charm on your shoddy. You know what I mean? I mean, there's ways to do skins, or you can have the soldier kind of like have a little bit of a different color palette that sort of resembles the character with the color, with the charm on the shoddy or something. I mean, there's just ways to do it. There really is ways to do it. And, you know, I think one of the problems with Call of Duty is that, you know, they're being a little overbearing with the skins. But I think the skins are cool. I mean, we're getting Jason Voorhees for the Halloween event. Chucky's coming to Call of Duty. I mean, I don't know if that stuff carries over to Black Ops 7. I don't even know how to unlock the fucking skins. I mean, honestly, they make this shit hard to unlock. You would think it's like a 2-button process because they want you to spend so much money in these games. I don't even know how to unlock half of those skins, to be honest with you. I mean, you got to dig in menus to figure out how to even do it. And then some of those skins are part of like this pass thing that you got to buy. I'm a boomer. I don't know how this shit works. But y'all are in love with it. You're like, oh my God, Michael. You're so familiarized with the microtransaction store. That's why you guys can't come through, because you're spending money in the microtransaction store. But nonetheless, I think Battlefield 6 does need a little bit of flavor, because right now it's a little too vanilla. And, you know, that might initially work. I think initially that might work. People are a little fed up with Call of Duty and kind of the silliness and just the craziness. And it's basically turned into Saints Row at this point. But I disagree. You can play it like Battlefield 6 if you wanted. You don't have to buy the skins. Now, you might see other players with skins, but I think Battlefield 6 needs skins. Imagine if they had Fred Durst in the game. I'd buy that. I'd buy that for $20. So if EA is listening, because I know there's some probably EA people in here, and they're fantastic people. I got nothing but positive things to say about EA. I went to their event, and they were just fantastic people. top-level guys too. And so if they're listening, I would say, Fred Durst, $20 skin. We put the red baseball cap on. Yeah, we'll play as Fred Durst. That's badass. You know what I mean? I'll buy the motherfucking game right now and say I'm wrong. What you mean, homie? I mean, you guys just got to give me a reason to like your game, It's just like, give me offline bots. Give me a single-player offline experience, no internet required. Give me some skins in the multiplayer if they're, because that's just going to get boring. Just a bunch of soldiers roaming around. Like, there's no personality there. It's just going to get tiring after a while and kind of stale. And, I think initially like I said, I think it'll work well, as it's going to be the complete opposite to Call of Duty. But at the end of the day, I don't believe that the longevity is good. They're going to start throwing skins in the game. They have to. How else are they going to make money? How else are they going to make money on this thing if they don't throw skins in? Okay. So you saw that on Google within the past 7 days here in the U.S. More people are typing in. The average was favoring Call of Duty Black Ops 7. That's the data. You can go look it up yourself. I don't care if you think I'm wrong. That's what we just pulled from the screenshot. But we have something else to show you. And let me see where the support's at. Oh, the support's so abysmal today. This is unbelievable. So you guys came through fantastically yesterday. You guys must not like the Cubs, it's the Cubs jersey. It's just a sad situation. World Class is looking sexy today. Yesterday we were looking kind of down bad. I mean, I'm telling you, once you hit the 30 club, it's over. And you'll get there soon enough because, 10 years ago we were what, 25 years old? You can't have an opinion at 25 on the world of video games like World Class. And this is why you guys can't resonate with the show, because you're not in the same league as World Class. You're not 30-something years old. And even if you are, some of you guys are immature. So I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. Once you hit this club, this isn't a club you really want to jump forward to, but it's a club that you're going to be in regardless of whether or not you want to. It's really just a sad situation. You're going to have a different perspective at 35 versus 25 in the world of video games, especially. That I could tell you. So you guys are in your early 20s, mid 20s, maybe late 20s. It doesn't count. Okay, it really doesn't count, because this is why you can't resonate with the show. This is a boomer only show. Okay, this is a boomer only show. You can get your bots in here. I don't care. This is a boomer only show. Okay, this is the boomers need to come in here and resonate. Okay. Now, I think there were boomers watching. He used to call in. He said he was from Wisconsin or some bullshit like that. Okay. And I said The Witcher 3. This motherfucker's probably still watching. But regardless, I said The Witcher 3 was trash, and then he accused me of ignoring his donation. And he donated like 20, 30, 40 bucks. Why would I ignore his donation? It's big money. You don't ignore donations. Now, the big YouTubers can do that, right? You can donate $100 to ISO Speed. He's not going to look at it. He's a multimillionaire. Why should he look at it? Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury of ignoring donations. Because if I ignore donations, well, it leaves us to here, where we're not getting support. It's a sad situation, that I could tell you. But we might have to start doing that because you guys aren't coming through. You guys are freeloaders. Well, we're doing another stream tonight. We're going to be celebrating the Cubs because they're going to win. So we're doing another stream tonight because you guys aren't coming through, and we're really going to start pulling teeth on that stream. So you guys need to lock in for tonight's broadcast. You guys won't be there. There's only going to be about 80 people in there. That's okay. We don't need a lot of people in there compared to maybe about 250, 300 that we have here. Realistically, these numbers once the bots dissipate. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and show you something really nasty, and it's not great for Battlefield 6, okay? And you guys will show this to the moon and back regardless, but World Class is always right. I don't want to be right about Battlefield 6. We would have a great time, and I'm not saying we didn't have a little fun with the beta, but, I mean, that's just going to get boring after a while. If it had Battle Royale, and we knew when that was coming, because that's only been really teased at this point, I think, right? I don't think there's a concrete release date on that. But the single player, we're going to be checking out the single player very first. We're not jumping into the multiplayer. That's for losers, okay? We're jumping into the single player. We're going to see what the single player has to offer, which is going to be the worst Battlefield campaign. And that is saying a lot because the Battlefield campaigns aren't great. They're not really that fantastic. Call of Duty knows how to put that production together. They know how to make it work. Everyone remembers the Modern Warfare 2019 mission where you go through the house and you clear the house. I mean, you remember And they're replicating that here, and it's the most autistic thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's really terrible. They're literally copying it, and it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm not even trolling. There's a very similar mission in Battlefield 6 based off of the gameplay. It's on IGN, and you can go and watch it. And there's a video of them just basically copying the Battlefield the Modern Warfare 2019 mission, and it's just so terrible. I mean, it really is. It's the worst thing I've seen. It's a Temu version of the mission, and it's just so bad. And you would think that this company that has so much experience and so much, that they would be able to put together something, but it's just clear that the people that worked on Battlefield 3 are probably not at DICE anymore. Clearly, that's not the case. They got all new hires. They had to bring back Zampella to try and win people back over. Like, well, they got him back. He's the Steve Jobs of FPS games or something. I don't know. And I don't see much being really done here. The destruction is terrible. At least it was in the beta. The destruction was really bad. It was so fake. You hit the wall 3 times and it just breaks, and it doesn't break in like any. I mean, there's just the finals is free to play. You want to talk about free to play? The finals is free to play, and it literally has better destruction. So why isn't EA saying, hey, those finals guys, why don't they just hire them? Pay them more money, and they'll quit. And they'll join the Battlefield team, and they'll make Battlefield better. It's not that hard to do. You got to bring the talent over to your team. But they're in these cliques. I know how this works. They're in their cliques, and they think that their shit smells great. And it's like, well, the finals has already beaten you out in destruction. Now, I'm not saying that game is great, but it is free to play, and it has better destruction than Battlefield 6. I think that's inexcusable. So the destruction in here is just more of it's more of an aesthetic and vibe than it is actual destruction in terms of gameplay, especially. It's like, when is that really going to come into fruition, where the destruction is actually going to affect the gameplay that much? It's not really going to come into play. And the shotty in the game was so terrible. It was the worst shotgun ever in a video game. I'm not even trolling in the beta, and I sincerely hope that they fix that, because the shotgun in the game was just so terrible. I mean, it was the most unrealistic shotgun I've ever played in an FPS game. You had the thing shooting from 15 feet away, 20 feet away, 30 feet away, 40 feet away, and it was still completely precise. I mean, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And it's like, this is the gameplay that you're showing off when these streamers are playing this game. They're all in this room in Los Angeles. They're all so hyped for the game. They're all amazing, and you're showing footage of the shotgun operating like that in your flagship FPS game. Like who is making these? What are they doing in the office? It just doesn't make sense. Like, you have to make sure that the weapons feel great, that they feel impactful, that they feel unique, that they feel different, that they look and sound appropriate to what you're using, that they have weight to them. And you have this shoddy that is just this stupid, fantasy gun in this oh god, it's worse than the skins. I can't wait to discuss Battlefield with the Battlefield fans. I'm going over to the Steam forums, and I'm going to write an essay, and I'm going to see, oh my god, Battlefield 6 is for incels. And someone's going to come in here and donate $50, and they're going to say, Michael was right. It's getting tiring. Quit shilling Skate and quit talking about Dying Light. God, you guys are losers. You play the worst games imaginable. I wish we could have an uncensored channel where we could really just say the problem of video games. Okay, there's a big problem. I'm not going to say what it is. You guys know what it is. It's a big problem. The people that made Skate 1 are not the same people that make the new Skate. The new Skate is made by an all-new studio. Okay? They have no experience. Zero experience. You had nerds making what they wanted to make, okay? In the basement, locked in the basement, in the cubicles, but it was a small team. Probably not even 80 people, okay? Probably No Man's Sky was made by less than 20 people? And how many, and I'm not saying that game is great, okay? But on paper, it is a magical experience, because it's like, well, yeah, there's so much content technically in No Man's Sky that no human being on this planet will ever see. It's literally impossible. So how did an indie team make a better game than Starfield? When you get too many cooks in the kitchen, it's over. Just shut it all down. Okay? Just shut it all down. Because here's the problem. I can imagine it right now. If 3 of us came together, if there were 2 other people with me right now and they said, hey, Michael, I'm in agreement with your vision. I get it. I understand it. Let's make a game. Okay? And we had a guy that knew how to code, and he's overseeing the AI code, okay? Because we're going to use AI to code. And the guy is going to manually overlook it. And then we're going to have an artist, okay? That's it. I can do the rest. I'll do the acting. I'll do the sound design. We'll do the marketing. It's not hard. And we'll independently release it. And that game, with only 3 people working on it, would literally be better than if we had 20 people. I can tell you that right now, because there's no way that you're going to manage all 20 people and say, is everyone on the same page? There's too many variables there. There's just too many variables there. And everyone wants to have their input on the game. Everyone wants to say this. Everyone wants to say that. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like that. I know from experience by making videos. You get a bunch of people in a room together, and all of a sudden everyone wants to have an opinion on how to make a fucking video. And it's like, was it your idea or was it my idea? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I already know exactly how that works. I know exactly how that works because it works like that within other industries as well. So when you know, that's the problem. Okay, you need to get like-minded people in a room together that are technically proficient and that have a drive to create the thing that they want to fucking see. That's how it becomes successful, okay? I'm tired of this bullshit that you guys like to shill in the games industry where you have these losers that just don't know what they're doing. They don't have a direction because, bro, in the Battlefield credits, there's probably going to be a section where they thank Tim the Tap Man, because I'm sure he helped in the development process or this community thing. Like, when you have developers that literally have no creative direction, no creative vision, and they go to the fans, it's over, okay? Can you imagine if George Lucas said, I'm making a new Star Wars movie, and I'm going to the top 5 diehard Star Wars fans? Well, now George Lucas just said that he doesn't have an idea. George Lucas just said that he doesn't have a direction. George Lucas just said that he doesn't have a vision because he just said that he's going to the fans to see their feedback. You don't go to the fans to see their feedback. You create what you want to create, and if people like it, fantastic. If they don't, fuck off. That's art. That's art, okay? It can't exist in the AAA space. If you want to independently release your games, that's a totally different story. And I'm talking independent where you can put it up for free, not even on Steam. Because Steam has to go through a process. PlayStation, Xbox, you got to go through a process. You can't just put games up. We're talking true independent games made by people that want to make the thing that they want to make. Sick and tired of it. This is why games are trash. Okay, so now that the bots are gone, because they couldn't afford to spend more money on their little hour of bots, we're going to go through the second reason, but we need the support to start picking up in here because this is abysmal, okay? You guys like to play these games too. 1 minute you'll support, the next minute you won't. It's unbelievable. We got the biggest game, the biggest FPS game. October's a crazy month, okay? We got Battlefield 6 coming. We just had, what was that? We just had Ghost of Yotei, which is, we had Ghost of Yotei, which is, I would say best direction for an open world game. That's what I would say. There's just so much going on. Way better than Dying Like the Beast. Dying Like the Beast is a traditional open world game with nothing in it, and it's not rewarding exploration. Ghost of Yotei rewards exploration, period, end of story. So you had Ghost of Yotei, you have Battlefield 6 coming, Outer Worlds 2, which is the Fallout New Vegas killer, which is coming out at the end of the month on Game Pass. If you want my attention, you can go ahead and super chat. $1.99 or above, it should pop up on the screen. Because I'm not reading your highlighted message. Okay, you can play that gimmick, but it's not going to be read because we know you can come through. You've come through in the past. Now you can't because you lost your job. It's Trump's economy, Trump's tariffs. Unreal. Okay, so with that said, we're going to go ahead and go over here. I got to show you the next thing. This is ugly. Oh, now they want to come through. Look at this right here. Oscar Gomez is in the building.
Oscar super chatted $4.
That's what you love to see. We're coming back for Oscar.
Here to support my
That's what we're talking about. We're coming back for Oscar. I thought it was one of them freeloaders. Oscar is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense, and it's what we love to see with the $5 super chat. We're flying the W tonight. The Cubs are winning, and it's going to be utterly fantastic. That I can tell you. Oscar is in the building, and he's coming through hard and strong with the $5 super chat. As we come back over here to continue to show the reality of the situation in regards to Battlefield 6. And here we go. So we showed you the chart. If you missed this earlier, we showed you the Google Trends. This is straight from Google Trends, okay? This is the raw data. And if you look at the average, it's clear that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is actually on top, and in a way that makes sense. And that's only going to continue to be the case, especially after the hype and the honeymoon phase dissipates for Battlefield 6 near the end of October and Call of Duty starts ramping up its hype. So we showed you that, but we have something else to show you, and I need you guys to lock in here because this is crazy, okay? I need you guys to start locking in because this is unbelievable. And you guys aren't going to like it, but that's okay because this is what you fake Battlefield fans deserve to look at. So here we go, folks. I need you to lock in. This is a picture from the Battlefield 6 campaign. 4K. Okay. It was taken from the NVIDIA DLSS trailer that was put out today. And this is the Battlefield 6 campaign graphics, okay? Horrible. Okay. Now, maybe you don't see how terrible the graphics are. Okay. This is bad, bro. Okay. This is bad. Because, and I need you to lock in here. Again, it's a 4K screenshot. And that's what we're talking about. Go Cubs, go. Yeah. That guy's supporting the broadcast. I like you losers. So here we go. Battlefield 6 campaign graphics. Okay, this is crazy. I mean, this is really sad. Actually, it's. Oh, they're still honking. Now they're disrupting the show. Are they going to support or what? Jeez. Come over here with a $20 bill. Nonetheless, Battlefield 6 graphics. Okay. And we're going to switch over. Now this is unbelievable. I mean, this is actually sad. It's not even funny at this point. We need a little bit of music because I'm going to start crying. The industry's dead. I mean, it's just really over. This is Battlefield 6 graphics. And we're going to switch over and show you Battlefield 4, which is a PS4 game. It is officially over, folks. It's over. Battlefield 6, Battlefield 4. It's time to put this on the Reddit. Go to the Battlefield 6 Reddit. Holy shit, it is over. Battlefield 4 graphics. Battlefield 6. It's over. It's over. Why does a PlayStation 4 Xbox One game look superior to Battlefield 6? It's over. I need you guys to go to the Steam forums right now. I need you guys to go to the Reddit. I need you guys to show this comparison. Take these two screenshots. I'm going to line them up in a way that makes sense. Now, granted, this is a little zoomed in, but with that said, where is this screenshot located? We did zoom in, but it is a 4K. See, it is from the NVIDIA. But we're going to give you a better look here as we compare the two. We wanted to do a close-up of the characters. It's just a sad situation. The PlayStation 4, Battlefield 4. What happened to this studio? Oh man, it is a sad situation here. It's over. It's over. I mean, it's over. So not only are more people typing in Call of Duty Black Ops 7, but the Battlefield 4 campaign graphics. And I'm so glad we only have 200 people in here because fuck these losers that are faking total incels. They can't handle a gaming discussion like this, because World Class is the only one to show you this. They're not going to show you this on Reddit. They're not going to show you this on 4chan. They're not going to show you this literally anywhere else because they're losers. But you take a look at this, and it's just a sad situation. And you guys are shilling this game. The graphics are RTX on, by the way. Yet Battlefield 4 literally has higher fidelity. It's over. How am I wrong? You can't even show me one screenshot that looks better than Battlefield 4. Especially not in the campaign. Holy shit. It's not pre-rendered. It's not pre-rendered. Battlefield 4 doesn't have pre-rendered cutscenes. They go straight into the gameplay without any interruption from what I remember. You're wrong. It's not pre-rendered. Let's go ahead and I'm timing input funny out. Okay, we've had enough of that dumb conversation bullshit. Plus, you're a dying light show. Okay, that's really annoying. It's not pre-rendered. I'm gonna go to the AI right now to confirm you're wrong, so that we're gonna time you out even further. Battlefield 4 cutscenes, are they pre-rendered? Are they pre-rendered? Most of the cutscenes in Battlefield 4 are in-engine, meaning they are rendered in real time. You're wrong, Input Funny. You've lost yet again. It's a chainsaw. It is over. It is over. You guys are not listening, and I'm sick and tired of it. Give me something to break. Where's the support? Absolute cinema. Yes! It's worse! It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
The vibe, the grittiness, the realism. This is
The vibe, the grittiness, the realism. Battlefield is back. It's on point. It's over. It's over. It's over! A return to form, by the way! Oh, man. Yeah! We're so back. We're so back. We have worse graphics than ever before. RTX on, by the way. Do you know this is a 10-year difference?
Oscar super chatted for
11-year difference.
And that's the bottom line because Michael said so.
Hold on here. Battlefield 4, when did this come out? Oh my god, it came out in 2013. This was a 12-year gap. Oh my god. Oh my god, it makes it worse. This is a 12-year gap, and I confirmed with the AI, okay? You wokies love to not like AI. I don't care. I confirmed with the AI that this was an in-engine scene. This is the beginning of Battlefield 4, which, of course, you guys never played. Can't blame you. I mean, it's not great either, but, I mean, the fact that this Xbox One, PlayStation 4 game, now granted, this might be the PC version, but, I mean, it's just, it's over. It's over.
$4.99.
It's over.
$5 for Input Funny's headstone. Here lies Input Funny.
Well, he's just coming in here with misinformation. He was claiming that this Battlefield 4 screenshot was pre-rendered, which isn't the case. We just confirmed it with AI. The cutscenes are in engine. They are rendered in real time by the game's engine rather than being pre-rendered video files. That's what AI is telling me. So unless you got a better source, then be sure to let me know. It's over. You guys are defending this. I need you guys to put this on the Reddit. I need you guys to put this on the Battlefield 6 Reddit, the Battlefield 6 Steam forums, the Battlefield 6 game packs. This is ridiculous. Why does the campaign in Battlefield 4 look better? And you laugh at it because it's coming from World Class. What if Asmongold said this, or who else do you normies like? Oh my God, you guys like such normies, man. I think I know what we're doing, because you guys don't listen in here. So we're gonna have to go elsewhere, and we're gonna have to show the Battlefield fans the reality of the situation. Can you imagine defending this? It's a 13-year gap. You know, and it's just, RTX on, by the way. What do you want me to say? I mean, I'm speechless here. I'm not obsessed over Asmongold. I'm using him as an example because you sheep love to listen to popular streamers. I don't listen to multimillionaires, okay? I'll watch them for entertainment, but I'm not going to listen to them for advice because they're losers. They want to put on this little humble gimmick like they're so fucking broke and so poor, and they dress like they're fucking losers. And, you know, these motherfuckers have more money than you'll ever see in your life and your family. So I don't know what to fucking tell you, but Asmongold is worth, like, I don't know how much he's worth because you guys love him. You guys keep bringing him up. Asmongold net worth. $5 million. For doing what? You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Probably more than that, too. I'm going to assume more than that. At least XQC was a pro gamer. He was an actual E-champion sport. There's some skill there, but when you're just putting out hot takes and the normies are lost in their lives and they need a follower and they need a Charles Manson leader, they go to fucking Asmongold and they drink the Kool-Aid because he's got good takes. Jeez. Well, I got good takes too, but ain't nobody fucking listening. I got the fucking shit on the screen. Unreal. It's just a sad situation. You got to start timing these people out. We're not letting them have a voice in here. Okay, they can go to their custom chat room and have that voice. I don't care. It's just unbelievable, and they wouldn't allow me in their custom chat room. So that's we'll have respect in that regard, and I'll say, okay, you go to your little custom chat room and you talk your slop, and you leave it like that, and I won't go over there, and my fans won't go over there. But if you're coming over here and you're infiltrating my chat room, and you're talking, loser, we're going to get you up out of here. It's as simple as that. It's quite clear. We have the queen in the building, and she's plowing through, and she loves that Cubs jersey. I mean, it's just fantastic. The Cubs are going to get that W here in a few hours. You're going to see some great work from the Cubs. Swanson, he's a great player. Really fantastic looking, too. Just so sexy. But, it's just going to be fantastic. We're flying that W tonight, folks. I'll tell you that. It's time to lock in. Because if we don't fly the W, we're flying the L tonight, and that's it. It's sudden death. The Brewers can come through with a W and knock the Cubs out. Sad situation. Hey, Mike Bobo, I had to time out Input Funny because he was implying that the Battlefield 4 cutscene here was pre-rendered, which isn't the case according to AI. So we had to get him up out of here because he's a loser. Hey, Mike Bobo, here's what you should do tonight. You should make a TikTok and you should show these two screenshots. You should show these two screenshots. We can format it a little bit better if you guys need to take a screenshot of it, but you should show this and say it because it's true. That's why you should show, because it's a 13-year gap. Why are the graphics so terrible in Battlefield 6? Like, and all the comments. Well, we're not playing the campaign anyway. No one plays Battlefield for the campaign anyway. That's the whole freaking comment section. I can tell you that right here and right now. So Mike Bobo, I mean, because this game's coming out in less than 48 hours. In less than 48 hours, the game is coming out. And, man, this would be a reality check for a lot of them, fake Battlefield fans. Like, Battlefield 4 looks amazing. I even thought Battlefield 3 held up pretty well, especially on the sound design front. It has better sound design than Battlefield 6. The guns actually sound like guns. They sound impactful. They sound like they're going to blow your ears out. They sound like they have weight to the sound. And again, that's a 2011 game. I mean, holy shit. It's crazy to me how you guys are shilling. Okay? The shilling's got to stop. You can be hyped for the game, okay? We're not saying you can't be hyped. We're buying the game, and we'll probably have a little fun with it, but, could there be more? Sure. Reviews come out tomorrow, I believe. Reviews officially drop tomorrow. My review's right now. We're doing the review right now. I've already played the beta. I've already played the game, not the campaign. I can't wait to jump into the campaign to see how terrible this is. But, and you guys can get mad and hot about it. I don't care. It's ridiculous. The Cubs are getting the W tonight, and we're going to be celebrating Okay? Battlefield's coming out on Friday. And the servers probably won't be online. And here's what's going to happen. You guys will be complaining because we probably won't even be able to play the campaign. If the servers aren't online, you probably won't be able to even play the campaign. Because we had that problem with Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6, we couldn't even play the campaign because the servers were crashing or something was going on, and we couldn't even get into the damn campaign. That's ridiculous. So the same is probably going to happen here with Battlefield 6. Yet you got these journalists that are so woke and in bed with EA and DICE that, they're obviously biased, and they're picking a side versus the Call of Duty, because the Battlefield and Call of Duty thing doesn't happen often. This is like AMD versus Intel, or this is like fucking Apple versus Samsung. I mean, those things happen every year. But the Battlefield versus Call of Duty shit doesn't happen every year. There's not a Battlefield game every year. Although I'm sure at this point EA is going to be ramping up production once they see the sales for this one. So they're going to start pushing them out left and right. So that's why people are a little bit more toxic this time around, because the last time we got Battlefield versus Call of Duty was in 2021. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. Input Funny's got a whole fucking novel. Not reading it. I didn't cherry pick. This is not pre-rendered. This is not pre-rendered. Okay, we'll find another screenshot right now. Show me a screenshot that's not pre-rendered, and I guarantee it looks better than this anyway. I don't care. You guys want to act like you know everything. It's the cringiest internet gimmick in the world. Battlefield 4. Are the cutscenes, let's see if we can get a different source. Are the cutscenes pre-rendered? No. Battlefield 4 uses real-time in-engine cutscenes for its campaign, not pre-rendered video files. Okay, well, see, this is where AI doesn't. So on Reddit, this is a terrible source. Battlefield 4 Reddit. Battlefield 4 campaign cinematics are pre-rendered. But this isn't a cinematic. Well, let's go find a gameplay screenshot then. I don't know what to tell you. I'll go find a game. Give me a minute. I'll go find. Okay, Battlefield 4 campaign, 4K. Okay, here we go. Battlefield 4, 4K, full campaign. Let's take a screenshot. Let's take a screenshot. If maybe it is a pre-rendered screenshot. I don't know. But I know the game looks better anyway, so you're not really. I don't know who you're trying. You're just trying to play contrarian. It's a cringe. It's a sad situation. That I could tell you. It's a sad situation. I mean, just looking at this video right now, I can tell you that Battlefield 4 does look better than Battlefield 6. Not even trolling. We're trying to find a scene where there's characters in it. Okay, here we go. Well, I would argue this is raw gameplay here. Put this up on the screen to satisfy the contrarians in here. Here, this is raw gameplay. This is raw gameplay. It shouldn't hold a candle to Battlefield 6 is really the point, and it still looks, I would argue, about the same. Unreal. This is a sad situation. Yeah, Input Funny's he's got some loser takes as of late. Just really sad situation. Arthur Morgan's coming through. He's coming through with the 1000 ARS. He says Battlefield 4, which seems to be a lot. Battlefield 4 was Frostbite engine polished to perfection. It ran amazing. Didn't need ray tracing. It looked impressive. They're lying with you. The marketing and the consumers are opening up your ass for wallet. What? It's over. I mean, this is a 13-year gap, and you guys are shilling. And now you're going to say, well, the top one looks better. Well, it should, but it doesn't. It's over. You guys lost. Battlefield 6 is superior, by the way. Okay. Well, when we have an intellectual assess the stream and real Battlefield fans come in here, well, actually, the real Battlefield fans, you know, they're going to shield the newest one over the old one. So even if I'm wrong, right, they're going to sit there and say that it's a sad situation. Battlefield 4 is PS2 graphics and Battlefield 6 is PS3. You're wrong. Well, I mean, we can compare it to Black Ops 6, and then it would be even a bigger difference. I think Black Ops 6 would blow it away as well. Unreal. It's a sad situation. Watch the Battlefield 4 opening. I literally had it on the screen, and this loser's telling me that it's a pre-rendered cutscene. Where is it? How do you get that off the screen? So this is what we were initially comparing, but we had Input Funny come in, and he was proclaiming that this is a pre-rendered shot at the bottom. But if you go on Google, it says that they're not pre-rendered, but then if you look at some Reddit, it says they're pre-rendered, so I don't fucking know. So you guys are going to have to figure this one out. But regardless, that is from the Battlefield 4 opening. Black Ops 6 has insane graphics. Yeah, the particle effects, especially in the beta, we noticed that the particle effects are pretty crazy. Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up because you guys aren't supporting the broadcast anyway. I mean, it's just pitiful support here today. We had a great show here today, and I know what's going to happen because this is how this works. The Cubs are going to get the W tonight. They're going to get the W for World Class because you guys couldn't bring the W today. So the Cubs are going to get the W for World Class. We're putting on the shirt, the jersey, and we got the good luck for the Cubs. Okay, they're going to be winning tonight, so I need you guys to get locked into that scoreboard, and I need you guys to watch the greatness unfold as the Cubs come back tonight. And I don't care. You guys get weird with sports, that's fine. We'll get weird with sports too because I know you guys get really weird over that stuff too, and it's like, well, that's a little different though. Sports, it's like, well, you know, you're picking your hometown. That's kind of different than picking a video game. A video game, you know, that's not your hometown, right? So I understand why people get a little tribal with sports and get a little heated. It's a little different, you know. It kind of represents a little bit more than just throwing the ball around. But with that said, you know, you got these incels that just get hot over these video games, and it's like, well, that I don't really understand. But it's a sad situation. Yeah, I understand what's at stake with the game tonight. You don't have to tell me. Do you think I would come out here and put on the Cubs jersey if I didn't know that they were down 3-0? Like, you guys are dumb. It's unbelievable. Battlefield haters everywhere. See you on Friday. Well, we're not playing with you. Well, we're not playing with really anyone. We played it with Mike Bobo, the beta. And the game is terrible. I have a YouTube short up, youtube.com/MichaelDoesLive. That's our channel. And we show you the destruction and how terrible it is. I can pull it up, but that's a lot of work. But we show you how terrible the destruction is. And, you know, a group of boxes just completely disappears after one melee or whatever it was. I mean, it's just really bad. And they said they were bringing Battlefield back. They hired the Call of Duty guy, Zampella, whatever his name is. This was years ago. I remember reading this. EA was scrambling. I mean, they were in shambles because the 2042 reception was terrible. You know, their internet darling game didn't go as planned. So they were scrambling, you know, all new hires and stuff. You know, it's a different Battlefield team. There's massive layoffs I believe anyway. At between Battlefield, what was the last one? Battlefield. There's been so many of these terrible games you can't remember them. Battlefield 5, I believe. The Battlefield team is totally different than what it was back in the day. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. It's just like Rockstar Games. Unreal. It's unbelievable. Baseball is gay. Well, I would argue wrestling might be a little bit more of that, but I don't know. Well, you guys watch football. You guys watch soccer in the UK. That's what you guys watch. So you wouldn't get it. That's the only sport you guys watch over there, ain't it? What else do they have? Cricket ball or something? I mean, they don't have anything else. They don't have basketball over there. They don't have baseball over there. All you got is FIFA. The recent Battlefield trailers were terrible. Okay, well, that's okay because we're going to run it back. Absolute cinema bot. What does that mean? Dude, we need Roger Ebert to come back because he was arguing that video games can't be art, and here you have this multiplayer FPS game that has a terrible storyline probably, and they're saying it's absolute cinema. By the way. A true return to form. I hope Chromecat comes back. Because I know that Battlefield Bad Company, and there's already comparisons probably done, that's probably why. But Bad Company 2 Destruction versus Battlefield 6, someone's already done it. And I guarantee Battlefield 6 has better destruction. Yep, Battlefield 6 versus Bad Company 2, direct comparison, attention to detail. Someone's already done it. See, the problem with the internet is it's oversaturated. If you got started 10 years ago, you would have had, there was just less people making these fucking videos. I don't know how these people have no life. Like, to put together a comparison video, you know how long that would take world class? That's an all-day event. And it's like for 200 viewers, like, we ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. We can do it live because, well, there's maybe people that come through, but if no one's watching this is bad. So Battlefield Bad Company 2 versus, oh my God, it's so bad. Dude, all this is Battlefield 2042 reskinned. You guys are wrong. All this is Battlefield 2042 reskinned with minor improvements. That looks so bad. You can't see it. I'm not watching the trailer. I'm watching something else. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Bad Company 2 has better destruction. Yep. From what I'm looking at, Battlefield Bad Company 2 has more realistic destruction. It's over. This is the highlight of the game. And it's like, well, it looks cool, but it's not like real. And I tested it out in the beta. It's not real destruction. So you just kind of have to push it aside and say, well, it looks cool, but there's not much use for it. You can't kind of carve out your own little path. It's just kind of a set destruction thing. Yeah. I mean, I would argue. I guess it's a step in the right direction. I mean, Battlefield 2042 had destruction as well. Everyone forgets that, and they want to forget that game. But the game has a lot of destruction. In fact, I compared it to Halo Infinite, and the Halo fanboys got mad at me because you're not supposed to like Battlefield 2042. That's just the Antichrist's gift to the Battlefield community or something. But We compared the destruction of Battlefield 2042 to Infinite Warfare, and Battlefield 2042 was superior. So, Battlefield 2042 also has tornadoes. It has sandstorms. It has weather effects. You're not getting any of that here in this game. That's a downgrade. I mean, you could argue, well, the destruction might be a little bit prettier looking, and that's okay, I guess. But, like, where's the substitute for the tornado? Let's add the tornado in this shit. There'll be so much going on the screen you won't be able to see anything. There are 2042 assets in Battlefield 6. Oh, yeah, because it's a quick turnaround. It's, 3-year turnaround time? Yeah, they threw this together pretty quick. They just created these maps is what they've done. And they just, made a little bit of the destruction is a little bit bigger of a highlight, but that's about it. That's what I'm saying. They have to get GTA 6 out, because if they delay it a whole nother year, I'm not even trolling, this time next year, the AI is going to be like 5, 10, 15 times better, especially with that content creation stuff. And Elon Musk is saying they're going to get a game out by the end of 2026. So if GTA 6 doesn't come out, I mean, at a certain point, there will be a point in time where you can just make an open world game that's similar to it. I'm not saying it's better or even comparable, but, I don't know. It'll entertain you for a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and get you up out of here. Well, we're going to go live again tonight because the support for this stream was abysmal. You guys couldn't be bothered to support. But when everyone has an opinion tomorrow, like Shill Up and ACG, hello everybody, it's ACG back with another review. When your Dreamcast guy, when all of your favorite YouTubers have an opinion on this game, you'll be back with an opinion too, because now you've been told what to say and think. Like the clown and sheep and herd that you guys are. You guys cannot formulate your own opinion. So when they say that this game is good or it's average, or some people might say they're disappointed. I mean, I heard that the review scores could be a little bit lower because of the campaign. So they're really, I understand it's a multiplayer game first and foremost, but if you're bringing the campaign back, I would argue that there needs to be a bigger emphasis on that. I think that's a bigger deal than it clearly is here in Battlefield 6. Oh my God. GTA 6 will have hurricanes. Yeah, well, unreal. They always parrot, and if a game is supposed to be hated, it will be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm serious. Yeah. Well, you know who did that with Cyberpunk? He pulled the 180 with Cyberpunk, bro. And it's like, if you're going to shill, just shill it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's his face? That voice actor. He put out his Cyberpunk review when it first came out, and then he realized that someone just wrote an entire novel. You're banned. But he put out his Cyberpunk review, and once he saw that the general consensus was turning on it, because they got their review codes early for the PC, the initial reviews were really great for Cyberpunk, and you could really look back and say, wow, didn't this guy shill Cyberpunk? And then 2 weeks later, or whenever, he came out and he said my review was basically fake and disingenuous, and he pulled it. He enlisted his review, and it's like, wow, this guy's supposed to be a top reviewer. Like, this is what their whole job is, to review video games and be honest with the people, the consumers. Or the people watching, and they just fail at it tremendously. And it's like, well, I'm not a reviewer per se. I'm more of we're an entertainer first and foremost. But second of all, we like to call it down the middle on what we see. If we like it, we like it. If we don't, we don't. I mean, it's really not that hard. I don't care about politics. I don't care about what these devs said or what they didn't say. If the game is great, and that's the thing here too with Battlefield 6. If we play the campaign and we think it's fun as hell, or we're addicted to the game, then yeah, we'll turn around and say, we were wrong. We were wrong going in. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I don't know if that will be the case, because I think the campaign's going to be really boring. Not like the Battlefield 3 campaign. The Battlefield 3 campaign was pretty on track and pretty linear and pretty concise, and I think that's a better experience. But Okay, we got Aaron Ari coming through with it too. Abysmal support. We need you guys to step up and get that W flag ready because the Cubs are getting ready here. In fact, it might be on. It is on. The Cubs are losing. Oh my God, bro. The Cubs are losing. Oh my God, bro. It's over. I'm taking the jersey off. I'm taking the jersey off. The Cubs are already it's 1-0. Now, granted, they could still come back, but it's over. How come you guys didn't tell me that the Cubs were already on and they're losing? We're wrapping this up. I'm taking the jersey off. It's over. They fucking lost again, bro. I mean, I guess it's not over, but it just started. But Jesus, we're already down. What the fuck? What is wrong with this team? Bro, they were just whipping ass. And now they get a blowout? The fuck? Can you imagine paying all that money to go see? Well, there's probably not that much. Baseball's not. What are the baseball tickets? They're not as much as other entertainment, but other sports stuff. But can you imagine paying to see your favorite team lose? I mean, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Average V. I don't know what that means. I didn't go on V. I used to browse V when it was, interesting. Well, first of all, I didn't know what it was. They came over for my Spider-Man because someone was putting the Spider-Man videos, which none of you guys were here for. That's when World Class actually had a channel that was alive. We could have been a superstar, probably bigger than Asmongold, if we really caught on with that, but we didn't know how to do it. But with that said, they were putting my they were putting my Spider-Man videos on V, and then they were accusing me of it, and I don't even know what the fuck that is. They put /V/ I don't know what the fuck that is. So then I type it in, and it's just like some fucking forum on 4chan or something, and they talk about video games, and I thought, well, this is, it's better than Reddit because Reddit has a downvote system, and if you go against the hive mind on Reddit, they'll downvote the shit out of your account. In fact, they'll ban you. So you can't have an opinion over there. You can't have an opinion on the Steam forums. You can't have an opinion on GameFAQs. You can't have an opinion literally anywhere else. Maybe the YouTube comments, but it gets buried. So, I thought there was some interesting. You could kind of freely talk about video games and say that this game's shit, and you won't get downvoted for it. But you'll have comments that play contrarian, because that's all they do over there is play contrarian. So if I said Battlefield sucks, if I went over there right now and I said Battlefield sucks, they're going to say it's great. And if I said Battlefield 6 is amazing, they're going to say it's trash, that you're giving Saudi Arabia money or something. I don't know. But they were posting my Spider-Man videos. We had e-celebrities reach out. They had the real blue check mark back on the Twitter days in 2018. These were real celebrities, e-celebrities. They were reaching out. They were DMing World Class. We didn't respond because, we had to tell you about Spider-Man. We didn't have time to respond to DMs. But, yeah, it was a whole different ball game back then. And now you guys don't want to listen because you're waiting for, everyone else's review. It's just so sad. Imagine waiting for Shill-Up's review. I mean, Jesus. Like, you guys know that these guys, if you're listening to anyone's opinion that was at that Battlefield event, like, it's not a genuine opinion. They got flown out for free to play the game early. Like, of course they're going to have a happy smile on their face. Like, what the fuck? Like, they got a free T-shirt probably, and probably their hotel paid for and all this stuff. And it's just like, bro, and it's just like you have these normies that I guess don't even know about this. And it's like, yeah, these people are a part of the elite club. They're a part of this like shill review circle jerk where they just like think that they're so cool and so important that they get accepted within the games industry and that they have their fucking contacts in these third-party PR firms. Who gives a shit? Buy the fucking game when it's out for everyone else. I want someone to make a channel and say, I'm a reviewer for the fucking people. And I'm not ever accepting review codes. I'm not ever accepting anything. And we're just going to call it as we see it. We're going to wait for the game to come out. We're going to review it. Yes, the review is going to be late, 2 weeks late maybe. It depends on how long it takes to put out a review. And that's just how you have to do it. Instead of listening to these losers on this platform that accept free shit early and act like it doesn't impact their fucking thought process on the video game that they received for free. That's fucking bullshit. They're professional sellouts, and it's okay to be a sellout. It's okay to shill, okay? It is. Billy Mays was a great fucking salesman, but at the end of the day, what Billy Mays had that no one on this platform does, is that he was actually fucking entertaining. These losers that are in the video game circle, and I know there's some dumbasses probably secretly watching, so hello, because you would be surprised who watches this show. Oh, believe me. Well, they don't have the balls to come out and say that they watch the show, but they fucking they tune in. Mm-hmm. But they're just not entertaining. They make terrible content. They sit around in front of a microphone and just yap for 15 fucking minutes, 35 minutes. I mean, it's just cringe. I'll do that, and I'll do it on a stream, but I'm not doing it in a video. We're going to get that point across within a minute or so. Because I'm not going to yap on a video for fucking 10 minutes straight. That's cringe. I don't have anything to say. But when we come in a live environment like this, it's more of a back and forth with our very social, very social viewer base here. These guys they can't stop talking. In fact, the chat's moving so fast in here. We have to, let's look at this Cubs score again. Oh, the Cubs scored. The ball game is tied. I told you guys the Cubs are going to get the W. You stupid idiots. The Cubs just scored, bottom of the first. This is better than what? This is better than playing Battlefield 6. Dude, we got to get this W. Oh, my God. The game is tomorrow if they win. What the fuck? The Cubs just scored. I know you guys don't care, but... well, they need to keep scoring because that's what needs to happen. Someone had a home run, it looks like. I mean, to be honest, I don't really understand baseball. I mean, I get it, but I don't. If you were to ask me to get, if I were to hit the ball and we were to run to first base and it was a solid play, then another batter comes up and they hit the ball and you're forced to move, I guess, and then they can throw it to second base and you're out. That, to me, doesn't really make sense to me. I understand football more than baseball. I understand basketball more than baseball. Baseball is a hard sport to understand. And then when I say that, people get mad and they get hot about it. And instead of instructing someone on educating someone, they belittle you. It's a really sad situation. Because I played softball, and when you're on second base and the coach is telling you to run, it's like, I don't understand why we have to run. And then all of a sudden you have to run back to the fucking base because it doesn't make sense. I mean, it's the most complicated sport. But football, we understand football very much so. The new kickoff rules we don't understand, but football we understand tremendously. And we've learned it from Madden and basketball as well. Guys, we're at low battery, 10%. Let's get the support up in here. We're going to be going live more than likely again here to celebrate the Cubs winning because they're going to get that W here. And it's going to be fantastic. So we got 10%. Terrible support here today. Really just not what we were looking forward to. Especially with the big AAA release coming out in less than 48 hours. I mean, just really piss poor. Really sad stuff. But hopefully you guys come through bigly on the Battlefield 6 stream because we can't be doing this, okay? And that's why we're not playing with you guys. We're not going to be playing Battlefield 6 with you. I'm playing the campaign because I want to see how terrible that is. Or if I'm wrong. We want to check it out. We'll play the multiplayer, but that's assuming, of course, if anything works online. The servers are going to be overloaded, hundreds of thousands of players probably, so the servers are going to be overloaded. Okay, now we have this guy. Let's just click on channel activity. This guy joined 12 years ago, by the way. Like, we really got to uncover what you guys are doing with these bots. where you have these legacy profiles, because I know you guys are running bots and all this dumbass bullshit because you think you're so funny and cool. But it's really weird how you're getting these legacy accounts to come in here. No content, by the way, no subscribers, no profile picture. First stream they've ever watched, by the way. And this guy's telling me how to play baseball. And it's like, well, I can go to the Chat GPT. We live in a world where you can just go to the Chat GPT for a lot of answers. And I'm not going to say it's always right, but because I think it was wrong actually today. Well, that was a Google one with the cutscenes in Battlefield 4. Apparently they're pre-rendered. Someone said they're pre-rendered, and then the AI says they're not pre-rendered. So I don't know. They didn't look pre-rendered to me. There was no loading in between. Well, we're glad Input Funny's leaving. Hopefully you join us tonight, and maybe you could step up to the plate because it's getting ridiculous. You got a mouth on you as of late. You got terrible takes. You got L takes. You're shilling. You got that fake fan behavior. It's just really a sad situation. I don't play those games for campaign. The show is okay. I think these accounts got hacked and they have been using bots. Yeah, there's something that they're doing because it's very suspicious that these it's always like the account was made 12 years ago with 3 subscribers or something. There's a trend to it. So when you start noticing a trend, all of a sudden these accounts were made 12 years ago. That seems very peculiar. So unless these guys are hardcore trolls that made accounts that long ago, they probably have because they have no life. Which is sad because 12 years ago it showed that they had no life, and they still have no life 12 years later. Well, nonetheless, we're at 7%. We're going to take a look at the Cubs score here. And it's still tied 1-1. Now, this could go any direction. Could go any direction, but right now, at least they scored. That's better than 0. They need Sammy Sosa back. Okay, you guys lost all energy. This show was better today than yesterday, and I got less support today. So we're gonna make sure that the shows are less. It must be a Cubs thing because the sports stuff. You got to watch out with the sports stuff. If I say I like this team, there's gonna be supporters in here. Like Mike Bobo's passionate about basketball, it seems. So if I say if Mike Bobo picks a team, and I pick the rival team, not because we wanted, but just I'm saying. The Cubs have rival teams, and if you people get weird with the sports stuff. I'm telling you, it's worse than video games, and I understand why it's like that because it's you're rooting for more than just. I understand it, but we got to watch out with this sports stuff. When we start saying this team is amazing, we're gonna lose viewers. I'm not even trolling. Like the sports stuff is tricky. But we had to rock the jersey because we want to see him get the W. It's just really that simple. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here, and we hope that you enjoyed the broadcast. But it's over for you Battlefield 6 fans. That I could tell you. It's really a sad situation. Mike Bobo says, I love all sports, football and basketball, my favorite, and baseball. But a lot of the games don't know sports, it's sad. A lot of the gamers, Mike Bobo, do you think that he can understand sports? They have to go to Google to see how to play baseball. It's a sad situation. Bases are loaded for the Cubs or for the Brewers? He says, hold on, this guy said the bases are loaded. What are they loaded for? Are they loaded for the Cubs? He said the bases are loaded. There's no way. It's over then. Oh, my God, the Cubs are going to win, bro. Dude! What are the bases loaded for? Big pudding. Are the bases loaded for the Cubs or no? Well, you guys don't talk about video games. I might as well. We're waiting for the update from Big Pudding. He said the bases are loaded. It better not be for the Brewers. Oh, my God, for the Cubs. Well, they gotta score. Hit that home run, and we're going to win. That's game over. If the bases are loaded and they hit that home run, that's fucking they're up by like 4 points. 4 or 5 points. Look at that right there. Joshua Trump, the last super chat of the broadcast. I mean, my God. Let's get the lasers out right here. We got 8%. We got to go.
Can't wait for Friday. I'll be consuming that slop like it's
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
my God.
I've been chilling BF since BF Bad Company 2.
That's what we're talking about. We got Joshua Trump in the building coming through with the 5. That's crazy. You came through with the 5 because there's 5% of the battery. He says, can't wait for Friday. I'll be consuming that slop like it's Thanksgiving. I've been shilling Battlefield since Battlefield Bad Company 2. Holy shit. Yeah. Well, hopefully the Battlefield's fans show up on Friday if they can handle it, but they probably can't because they can't handle it now. But with that said, we're going to be checking it out when it releases in less than 48 hours. With that said, we're going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, and we will see you later. It's over. Hey there, mister. Here we go. Absolute cinema. You guys are not listening. Tim the Tap Man. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
The vibe, the grittiness, the
The vibe, the grittiness. It's over. Dude.